And the bounty run will just be waiting on the other side of the river there for Secret, so it should wind up being 2 for 2. Now, one thing that we've seen as Wraithing and Alchemist both are rising in popularity has been those skeletons.
Tell me about it.
You get to that mid game, those skeletons wind up in the wrong place, and Weehaw runs into them. It is a stupid amount of gold for an Alchemist. You basically get the Grievel's Greed twice off of that whole army of skeletons. So depending on the way this game goes, of course, as Kyle mentioned, Liquid are going to be looking to play very fast. But if we get into sort of an even tempo game, that is something that I think Nisha will have to keep in mind.
Absolutely, and of course you want to keep spamming out those skeletons because it's what helps you to accelerate so much in terms of farm. Mind Control quite pulled there back into tower range, but this one could be a little bit of a tough matchup for Zai if the levels start to build up for Mind Control. Ion Shell obviously level 1, the damage has been nerfed significantly, but still could be a problem as you get to the higher levels.
I mean, usually it's the Darkseer that cuts creeps, right? But you might see Zai just like going away from the Darkseer at points here in this laning stage. We've seen some off laners, or in this case, off laner playing in the safe lane, creative solutions to some of these matchups like this, where the Darkseer, he kind of has his gimmick with the Ion Shell, but it can be solved.
And this camp was body blocked, it looks like, as well. So, ooh, Zai actually losing aggro for a minute. We'll be able to pick it back up afterwards and still secure these last hits, but there isn't a hard camp to pull it to anyways, and Mind Control instead is going to pull his camp, or rather his creep wave back into the other camp, as mid 1 dropping somewhat low. Miracle trading hits with them. And does have a fair few quill stacks onto him. Wants to try and push the...
Oh, mid 1 wants that bottle.
Oh,
yeah,
that
filled there too, so yeah, we'll be able to get over there. Big win for him in the mid lane here as he ups his regen. Of course, Kunkka has his own shenanigans when it comes to TPs and X's and stuff, so he'll be able to have his own sources in the regen battle.
Yeah, shouldn't run into too many issues either. Having that magic stick already online, 10 charges means he's got a ton of regen available to himself. So he'll farm out this medium camp while simultaneously being able to get back in time to defend his tower. Top lane, haven't talked about it a bunch, but it's a tri-lane on tri-lane.
Yeah, one of these, maybe start finding the sticks lanes, right? Team Secret already has 3. Meanwhile, I don't see any on the side of it. Oh, Kuro's got 1, but the other 2 are not rocking sticks right now. So the spell spam will be in favor of Team Secret. And we talked about this Darkseer pick coming in and the idea of just like, usually it's supports that counter it, right? As the mid 1 and Miracle continue to trade the mid lane here. Oh, Miracle even have to play it a little bit safe there with the X-Torrent.
Oh, it's close. He's at 40 HP, gonna salve up afterwards, but does miss some last hits.
He did the math, right? But I mean, one of the reasons why they had these 4 duo picked up early is that I think YapzOr is just, this might be his last game at TI. If you had to pick a hero for YapzOr, what is it gonna be, right? There's no doubt. It's the Rubik. This is, when I think YapzOr, I think Rubik. He's taking it, possibly his last game. So although it did open up to like some counter picks, I think it is a support that's going to get banned in that second phase if it looks relatively good in the match at all.
Definitely. Not only just the comfort on the hero, but it's not bad necessarily in this tri-lane either. Get the damage reduction onto all of these heroes, then you can trade hits more effectively. So far, so good for Team Secret. The one thing that we always need to keep our eyes on, though, is how much farm does Weehaw manage to pick up? How can they deal with this Alchemist? As Miracle gonna step on over and pick up a very fortuitous haste run and gives him the dance away afterwards.
Yeah, I'd say that's worthy of a jig. Denying a bottle and getting yourself out of a sticky situation that earns some goo.
So again, 4-minute mark, still no kills. As some of these games have kind of looked like that no-rush 10-minute style of Dota that we became very familiar with in group stages. But at least for my money, it feels like Secret are going to need to be the ones that keep that pressure onto the Alk and make sure they're also blocking out the camps so there's no stacks coming out there later on.
Yeah, even if he falls behind a little bit in the laning stage, of course, the Alk is just looking for those levels so that he can try and gain well back in the jungle. And they have 4 very good heroes for making space across the map. GH, ooh, that's a big crit.
A lot of stun coming out there. Chase comes through. They're sitting in the acid sprint with the ET moving in. This actually might be first blood, possibly need the stun to come through. Not quite on the edge, and who else could it be but YapzOr picking up the first blood?
All right, 2 games in a row. He'll take it. It wasn't enough previously, but we'll see if this Crimson will do it for him.
And 3 for 1 on the bounty runs with mind control, a little bit of trouble, but the surge away should be enough.
Skewer.
Just barely off the mark.
Yeah, Zai's going for big plays. It's a level 2 surge, so Zai's still going to at least get one more shockwave on him, and his bottle's already used. Yeah.
Tempting, but not enough. Wasn't quite able to finish off mind control, who does head back to the shrine now.
And I just getting level 6 after, I'm sure, you know, maybe, but it is 200 mana, so hard to keep that one going before the Arcane Boots.
But a much better start to this game, it feels like, for Team Secret, as it does look like they're doing quite well in these levels. Now, Miracle does have level 6, as mid one is just going to try and keep outlasting him here in the mid lane, get 2 range creep denies while simultaneously leveling out that harassment. And it does look like it's going to be Invis Rune up top, spawning and picked up by mid one. Torrent still picks it up in the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're just to help protect too. So mid one with his level 6, he's making a bit of a rotation here. Dire Vision, they don't have anything nearby, but they will be able to just say like, hey, he's gone. And then if Capstor shows in the lane, which he just did, then they're gonna know that something's up.
Need to be wary. Mid one, drop down that sentry ward. It's not quite gonna be on the mark, and turn on to GH. His level 3 does not have any points up in the Cold Embrace. You can see Liquid, they aren't so safe. They know that this could be coming. And mid one now, just sort of hanging out for a little while.
They're scanning to see if he's jungling, right? They're in there, because if Bristle's missing, that's where he's got to be. But then he reveals himself.
Just is going to pull this creep wave back and now try and ice pressure onto Wii. I really like this move a lot, because Yapstor gets some time to himself, and now they can try and shut down this Alchemist's farm.
Yeah, and Weehaw, not a lot of options when he's stuck back here. He has a Quelling Blade, but Nisha, he's carving his way in there too. He's got the phase boots.
Does he look left? He goes right. Nisha not realizing he's over there to the side, and Kuro gonna get the shackles. Now the TP rotation coming from Miracle, level 7. Gonna be able to find Nisha, get the kill without even having to use anything from the Kunkka, and now GH going to be the trade-off as they keep right. Managed to bring down Weehawk.
So, like, kind of even across the board in some senses. Like, you got a core, you got a support, but forcing rotations. Yapstor's getting that mid lane all to himself.
Puppy gets caught there as he's going to drop down the boat afterwards. They did have an Observer Ward in the area, which should signal that they're going to need to get that T-Ward later. But in the meantime, Miracle picks up the kill.
Yapstor just continuing to farm it up there, while Zai, I saw mind control was back at the fountain there. TP on CD. Nisha trying to take a rotation there with the RP.
Oh, nice little job done here as they get the full stun combo coming out. Mind control skewered afterwards, but away from Nisha. And now the surge away. He does have another stun in 3 seconds, but there is another rotation coming from Yapstor as well, realizing he's heading off the other direction. They will have the telekinesis into the follow-up stun and finally clean up the kill by virtue of Nisha.
And a regen rune for Zai, who's at 15 mana right now. I'm sure he is extremely pleased with that. So solid on the first RP there. Mission grab a kill onto mind control. While Kuro is on a warding mission inside that Radiant territory. Gets a beautiful ward up there, as long as he's not scared on the way out. And they don't have any vision up in this northern part, so they probably don't know this has happened.
Well, Ed one gonna go for the south play underneath the tower. Does move back in now after for the last hit, manages to get it, but doesn't get the price. Mind control is here as well. No, the timing, and now the stomp to turn it. A little bit of a miscue there by Miracle. A rare mistake. They still get the kill.
Yeah, winds up being fun. There's just too many heroes. Now, Liquid have committed a ton of vision in this top area of the map now, but they've lost that tier 1 tower. I think they were trying to perhaps hold that for as long as they could, because if you keep that tower, you're going to keep forcing Secret up here because they want to knock it down so bad, because you know they want pressuring into your jungle. Now these wards being left behind are essentially there to scout when Secret are going to be smoking for the Alchemist kill.
But Elk right now farming out in that triangle anyways. And it is a lot of, not wasted vision, at least not quite as nice a vision as they might have wanted, but
it still spots things like courier rotations, right? So they know where some of the heroes are located based off of that. As Nisha is heading in towards his Midas now, the 10-minute bounty rune mark. Top should go both ways to Secret, and bot, Yapstor's gonna try and hold one with his telekinesis. Mid one even going for the other. Okay, they're going for 4 bounties here to try and slow down the Alp.
And he walks back away, able to pick it up. Secret.
Very important, great stuff there.
And And now, some extra aggro onto Miracle. 3 stacks there of the goo, as well as the chase down with the quills. Miracle trying to make his walkaway happen, and looks like mid one not going to tempt fate any further.
We talked about LGD playing this like perfect Dota sort of style, where it feels like when you're looking at this bird's eye view that we're privy to, you have all these ideas like, okay, in order to shut down Alchemist, you have to stop them from farming the jungle. You have to bully them in the lane. You have to make sure they don't get any bounty runes. And I think Secret are hitting a lot of those marks right now. And Lily Alk's on top, of course. It's not that much of a lead, right?
Yeah.
He's not the end-all be-all. Earlier today, we had the same situation, right? The Bristle versus the Alchemist, and it did work out.
It's true. But the other little box that you need to check oftentimes there is not losing a terrible, terrible fight to the Alchemist afterwards.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and the one thing
we don't talk about the rest of that.
The one thing that I will point out is that it's 4 melee heroes right now against Dark Wyvern with a Darkseer Conk afterwards. So you hit a big Winter's Curse, things start to look real scary, as we're already seeing those skeletons giving Weehaw the nice little injection of gold there.
Oh, no, stop. That's a skeleton.
That's where things get tough. And he's happy about it.
Keep them far away from the Alchemist guy.
Nisha already having that Hand of Midas completed, now going back for the Radiance that we've seen all so often on this hero. And he's keeping up in farm right now with Weehaw. Doing a very good job of it.
And I think Zai, too, also going to stand up here, right? Like, his farm right now, almost up to 5K. He's ahead of Miracle as well.
As often is the case, YapzOr almost ahead of the opposing offlaner at 3,500 net worth. Going to be one of those team fight turnaround heroes. He can make it happen.
Yeah, he's going to have enough for his 8th lines here if he can clean up these mid last hits. And mid one again, just dodge a torrent, but it will be a Bottled Ruin up top for Zai, who has an Arcane and an RP available. Both of those Observer Wards planted by Kuro earlier on do still survive, so they're spotting that rotation now from Zai up top. They've been seeing Nisha farming here on the Ancients, and that's giving all the space in the world for someone like Weehaw to play freely. Kuro even acting as the vanguard here, up ahead of the Alchemist, in between any potential rotations from the side of Team Secret.
Everything from my Alk.
Yep.
This is the way that people play Dota around this hero, and I really like that Observer Ward placed down on the right-hand side of the map. Not scout out anything.
Mind Control is stealing the mud golems, but not cool. You know, you gotta leave those for your Alk. That's for sure. But what a waste. He just leaves one for Weehaw. He's like, why is this camp half farmed? It's an immediate ping.
You know what's happening. Yeah, but just look at this guy. Like, just a second ago, the rating was basically on par with him, and now 1,500 gold ahead. It's so difficult to play Dota against this hero. And if you're Secret, I mean, is it just try and make a move now, shut down the rest of the map?
They don't really have the same tower push that you saw previously from Liquid, right? When Liquid were trying to play the super high speed, they had the ledge trap, right? And they're just able to walk and destroy them so easily. Secret, it's a longer effort. I mean, how long has YapzOr just been mid, like shoving creepers and everything, and hasn't resulted in that much tower push? Now he does get the level 4 acid spray, so quite a bit of damage. 7 armor reduction as well. While you have a burster back on your team is very good. And they do have the siege wagon of mid one, so this is your tower pressure. But even that, look, it's slow and it's very dangerous. Even when you're this tanky, he's alone.
Be careful, there's nobody else here, and all of Liquid shows up in numbers. Mid one's just dead.
There it is. Still a 14-minute Radiance on Alchemist.
And he TP's up there to clean out the second round of skeletons that were pushed out. So Weehaw completely alone to do whatever he wants, and Secret needing to come up with answers, because right now they've only been able to take on that one top tier 1 tower.
Yeah, not getting the mid lane down, not able to occupy that dire jungle, just feeling like they can't fight the heroes on the side of Liquid right now, apparently. And even holding your own towers is simply not enough. I mean, Liquid have no tower damage.
Yeah.
I mean, they're under like 300 total. You know, it's kind of nothing. But they don't need to cross the river. That's on you, Secret.
Well, 15-minute mark's going to come in again, and Secret have done a good job of shutting down those bounty runes away from Weehaw. But we'll see if they can make it happen another time.
It's that fickle timing, you know?
Yeah.
If you don't hit it for Secret, it's just one misstep, and this Alchemist is completely out of control.
3,000
Oh, more
up
skeleton.
God, it's so much gold. Yeah, he's 3,000 gold ahead of the Wraith King now. He just keeps farming them. Still, only 1,000 gold lead in total. And as you can see, bounty runes about even. But it is that slow, steady drop off that you can see in experience and net worth.
We're starting to find these contributors to the team fight picking up items, though. You have the Blink Dagger on Zai, or he picked up the Vlad. He had the Vlad 2 for a long time. You have the Rubik already up into his Aether Lens, and now trying to go towards a Force Staff to try and break up some of this wombo combo that you see from like the Kunkka and the Darkseer, the Winter Wyvern, trying to spread things out a little bit with your clumped up melee team. But meanwhile, on the Dire side, got Winter Wyvern trying to get in towards that Aether. She's not too far away when she breaks apart her Arcane Boost, but that's an excellent tool for the team. And well, Kuro's just going to get some praise as the 5 life decrees. So good ward placement, though, as it is keeping it far enough away from that Dire Sentry. So they do see what Weeha's up to.
And if there is another nice thing to say right now about Team Secret, it's they're identifying some of the issues in the draft. They're trying to get those teamfight items online like you're talking about, but also they've gotten some pretty decent farm here on Rubik. About to hit level 10. Also, Aether Lens completely like you're talking about.
Yeah.
And maybe that's going to be their goal, is have 4 heroes that all can fight when Liquid are mainly just playing around the south, and see if they can possibly take down the big raid boss.
Yeah, it's funny to see Yapstorm just like
that's
not
a
even
9 shell.
Not even using the oh, that is a nice hunch. Not even using the acid spray, right? He was just like holding onto it because he doesn't want to push it anywhere away from that tower because he knows he's in the danger zone. So we're trying to find one safe place for himself to farm. Oh, here come the Skelly bros. Ow! Hurry! The skeletons! Now, Weeha thinks there's a move coming here. So maybe just trying to hide a little bit with his BKB, but okay, here we go. Hello, skeletons. Oh, 32, 32, 32.
Just keeps on.
Oh, more skeleton. Oh, more 32. Oh!
They just keep on coming, man.
That's great.
That hero is so insane. Smoke up coming now from Liquid, as it looks like they are ready to make a move themselves. They have the Spirit Vessel done for Miracle.
It's the BKB on the Alk.
It's very scary.
They have to try and kite this, or they need to blow him up before it gets popped. And it is so hard if this Winter Wyvern's going to be there covering him. The only saving grace is that they don't have that Aether Lens yet, but Liquid have done it. They have become their water and passed the river. They've gone upstream, finally. And at the same time, Secret are occupying that territory you hope they would, right? Getting into that big farm zone for the Alchemist as he holds the mid tower. Mid one looking to trip the tier 1 bot for a tier 2 top here.
Doing what they can. And as you can see, Weeha holds on to that mid tower. They take down the bottom one. 18 minutes in. Still only 1,000 gold lead with the Alchemist draft. But it's starting to feel like maybe this group up is going to come very soon. Nisha already out there. They have the Torrent, going to connect onto the Wraith King, holding onto the boat for the moment. So they get the surge forward. They find Nisha left completely alone, and Weeha going to be nearby as well. They take him down one time. Can they get him a second time? Nobody from Secret is here to help. They just bailed. They're like, Nisha, you're on your own, buddy.
I think they got him.
And they're going for another round. Puppy, in some trouble as Weeha doesn't quite manage to get there in time. And we'll pick up the Illusion Rune, start to spread out things. You can see Liquid, they're just raring to go. They're ready to fight.
Surge up Miracle right now. 4 points in the X. They are so lucky he can finally win. Now he grabs mid one.
Oh, there's no shrine nearby either. Already throwing down that acid spray. They have the stun connection. Can they bring it down in time? They don't have the chemical rage, but I'm not sure if it's going to matter. Yapstor trying to play spoiler. They get a pretty nice, and now they turn it back around. Mid one still barely living. We are trying to run him down, and with the Spirit Vessel as well as the Radiance Burn, it's gonna be enough to take down mid one. And I was wrong. The RP was not good enough.
The RP, the Earth Splitter, spells they're a lot harder to hit than Iron Shell Surge.
You ain't wrong.
Little skill involved and just as powerful, if not more so. They try and lurk behind the tower there, see if anybody wants to come and defend it, but yeah, it ain't happening.
And again, you talk about it, it's the ease of execution that you want to have in this lineup. Kyle talked about it on the panel, that this lineup from Liquid, they group together, buy the team fight items, get the BKB onto Weeha, and just run it.
And perhaps the most frightening of times versus an Alchemist when that Blink Dagger comes out, when he's getting close to level 15. Damage or health, however he feels the game is going. Both of those talents helping him out so much.
Holding on that mid-tier 1 tower still. 20-minute mark. Does look like Bounty Rune's going to be picked up. 2 apiece there. Secret actually able to get on that 3rd one. So Guardian Greaves done for the Darkseer. More regen. Yapzor in trouble. Jumps forward with the stun onto 2. Weeha does not really care right now. Celestial Chemical Ray pops it immediately. Yapzor tries to run away. His puppy is just going to get barreled underneath this tier 1 tower. They do manage to find the stun, but immediately afterwards, there's going to be the vacuum back, the pull in onto 2. Weeha realizes the rest of my team is fighting and probably get together with them as the surge keeps Kuro alive. Zai still chasing, wanting to find this pesky Shadow Shaman, but the Hex comes out afterwards, and now the heal coming through. Torrent is going to connect, but they managed to take down 1, and now Mind Control. His surge should be wearing off soon. So you can still go for the chase down. Do they decide to follow it up mid-1? Looking for the punches. This is looking okay right now for Secret, but they can't quite find the finish.
Oh,
now the buyback. Okay, they're coming in with Shadow Shaman. He's got another round of Hex. The Stomp's going to connect. And it looks like with that Secret are going to try and retreat, but they find the X again onto Yapzor. Another 4-staff save in the day. The Earth Splitter comes through. It's not quite enough. It's there. It shoots it again. Finds Yapzor, trying to get that kill, and he will be able to get it. But not repeat onto 3. The turnaround comes. The curse is there to interrupt, and they don't have an answer. Torrent both gonna connect on Anisha after the stun. The walkaway happens in mid-1, trying to be this big bad boss in the middle of it all, and he is doing a good chunk of damage, taking down GH Spectre. No, he's able to walk away again. They can't keep getting away with this. Liquid making the fight last long enough for them to win it as they burn through the ulti of the Wraith King. And right now, Secret, they still can't take that tier 1 tower.
How about another X? This
The
time
pullback gets him again. Magnus not able to save the day. Back out of the skewer. Where are you going? Get over here. As the torrent is going to land, and Nisha trying to run again. Another round of those spirit vessels. Liquid, well and truly doing it.
These fights, this Blink Dagger are just devastating. He's just in and out of the fight. It's so hard to keep him locked down. They're trying to target those heroes on the side. They took down Kuro twice. They nearly get GH, but GH with a masterful Winner's Curse there to stop that big RP that came in from Zai. He caught 3, and he had Nisha right there, empowered on the Wraith King, looking for the damage, and then there was nothing.
And you can see Nisha doing what he can. This has the Radiance go.
Yeah, let's just smoke him and go again.
Why not?
Got an Arcane Rune on our Alchemist. You guys done? Want to fight some more? Sure. This Surge Kunkka is perhaps more terrifying than the Surge Alchemist. This time he's going to do it himself.
Oh my god, and they find him. The Wraith King just gonna drop, and that is another thing. With Team Secret, you gotta fight around your cooldowns. Liquid, they can just keep running. And keep running they will as they find Yapzor, get the stun. Weeha just pummeling him down into the ground. The 4-staff is no savior here, sir.
No, and they're just gonna keep the group up alive. Vlad's Greaves done for Mind Control.
Wow.
Darkseer.
Look at him, he just keeps popping the stun and running at him.
Yeah, Weeha has no cares.
This guy.
It was, what, 5 minutes ago where it was just Weeha and a bunch of Radiant heroes on top, and now suddenly it's Weeha, Nisha, and now Dire heroes. They have eclipsed past those on Secret who were near the top of the net worth chart. Zai has his RP back. Mid-1 has finished the Solar Crest.
And as we talk about, you need those cooldowns, but in the meantime, when they are down, oh god, mid-1, kind of away from the rest of his team. They do have Magnus behind him. Chasing, Nisha wants to get a kill. Shadow Shaman gonna be surged and go for the walkway. They drop the circle wards down, and Weeha turns, finds the first kill on the Wraith King. Can they get him again? Yapzor trying to steal, but he can. They already have the vote down, giving him that bonus, and now the X mark the spot. There's a pretty good combination coming out with RP, but it's not enough. It's not nearly enough. It's not even close to enough. Zai trying to run. Weeha has him in his sights. Do they dive past the tier 3 tower? No. Down to the low ground. Mind Control. Cosplaying this Scorpion right now.
That was an ether shot here from Yapzor, but not enough to do anything. And you highlight these heroes in the team fights, and you know, he's got the Crimson Guard, he's got the Greaves, he's got the Vlads. They just have so many heroes working on the side of Liquid. Perfect 5-man Dota items, and just weaving in and out. They know exactly how to play these team fights.
Well, and mid-1 right now is cutting creep waves, doing a good job of buying his team a little bit more time, as they do have to come back to escort their creep wave. You can see the swing. The swing back into the probability over the last couple of minutes. It's just been Liquid coming online, and well, now they have the shackles on the mid one, but they don't even feel confident to go at the Shadow Shaman.
I mean, they know that if Shadow Shaman's shackling your Brittle back, there's probably more coming. You know?
So Assault Cuirass done. So much gold into the coffers of Weehaw, this 25-minute mark. And for Secret, it's just, it feels like it's just a game of holding out, trying to keep all of this pressure off of their base. And to be fair, they are doing a decent job of it, but what is that for? What's the turning point for Secret?
Yeah, the high ground defense is, you know, you got the Magnus, sure, but your empowered hero, it's not this like Ember or this hero that really feels like you can do something. It's Nisha on a Wraith King here, and maybe he can get that incredible damage out of the Empower when they're RP'd. It's just, I don't know, I feel like you're waiting for mid one to get into those wild talents later on.
And you can see there on that graphic, just Weehaw completely out of control, 9-0-2 at this point in time, rocking 800 GPM, expecting that to go up unless there's some...
Oh, it's going up.
It might just.
I would invest now. Give him an Aegis just in case they thought they could kill Weehaw. Don't want to head over any big streaks, and GH is on the hunt here with his Blink Dagger and an Invis Rune. He wants to see if anyone is split pushing.
And lo and behold,
yes, ISTP just came back. Now Yaps are in the lane too. And oh,
they realize, I mean, if anybody shows for a second there, they can go on him, but it looks like GH not wanting to.
All right, we're making a kind of path here. Timbersaw will be pleased. And Zai, they're looking to set something up here. A two-hero play, bringing someone back and they're going for the big one, but now they see GH and say, abort, abort.
I'll try some good catch, but the winner's curse is going to be enough. Yeah.
I mean, how are you ever going to get a good RP off versus that?
Well, maybe if it's down, they could take a fight around it. As Yapzor is sneaking a ramp down here.
He's doing his best to try and throw some damage on him. Meanwhile, at your base, there is an Alchemist who is charging his stun and contemplating some plays here.
Oh, he's just going in, but going to get stunned underneath the tower. Maybe an opportunity is the torrent.
I mean, Weehaw, if you're in the tower, I might as well drop my wards down. That makes a lot of sense. That's value plays from Captain Kuro.
He knows what to do. Captain Kuro, absolutely. Tier 3
he could have a serial brand, I think.
Goes down, another round of stuns. Nisha trying to hold on to this high ground, if at all possible. But Liquid, the engagement, they don't need to do it. They can just back out now, take down these shrines. And cool, calm, and collected.
Yep, flowchart, Dota,
making it happen.
Coming out. They want the shrines. They already got the Aegis. They kind of did in reverse order, but that's fine. And Secret, this is your TI hopes. This is your season hope. This is everything you've worked for the past 365 days. I can't remember when they get eliminated. But either way, it's a long time. It's every day. It's every night. It's what you think about as a TI player. And I'm sure they're feeling it in there right now. You know? What do we have to do? They know they're at a disadvantage. There's no doubt. It's not the kill score. It's not just the Alchemist. It's the unrelenting pressure of Liquid overflowing onto the Radiant side of the map.
And it's so hard to stop. Mid one doing the best that he possibly can for his team right now, just trying to clear through these creep waves and keep them off of their towers. They have the split push coming from the Wraith King as well, having a nice little bit of pressure onto this bottom tier 2 tower, even empowering the skeletons wherever they can. As Nisha throws out the stun, they have the Chemical Rage, another round of it, trying to lay into this Alchemist as he hits onto their tier 3 tower. The pressure is coming bottom, and they're going to have to go back and deal with it. But that also means a lot of gold going into the coffers of Weehaw.
Yeah. And more skeletons. I don't know about this one, guys.
It's so much gold.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but back on the other side of the map, maybe a chance for a fight.
I was a little surprised they didn't X him. He doesn't have bots, but it doesn't look like it's going to be punished here. If anything, Nisha's the one that's being targeted.
Now, Spirit Vessel using X after the Torrent, missing on the Tidebringer. These things happen. Don't worry, guys.
It's like you.
Get the hell out of here.
Obviously, Liquid not really looking to commit all too much there onto Nisha. just toying with him, threatening, pushing him back into his base, and just saying, yeah, you know you're not supposed to be up here, right?
And the ultimate win of this style of Dota right now is the map control that you get, getting 4 more bounty runes for Team Liquid. And as we've talked about time and again, Secret with their furthest advance so far in the history of this tournament, but the ultimate raid boss in Liquid, who have knocked them out time and again, looking like it could happen here again in game number 2 unless something changes.
And they have the Satanic now swapped in for Weehaw. So their big plan in order to try and kill this Alchemist is either like eliminate everyone else around him and then try and fight him, which, you know, that's obviously the harder one to do, or you try and burst him down all in one. So he's protecting himself from the RPG staff.
Be careful. Shakedown coming. They've got a lot of control onto this guy. The boat is going to land afterwards, but he does have the walk away. Another round of X, another round of stun, 4 stab, keeping mid one alive. They won't be able to fully commit onto him, and actually instead, mid one, and a little bit fresh with Miracle there.
Yeah, that is some very scary stuff now with the Solar Crest on Miracle too, though. Can put the hurt into the mid one. Zai continues his presence in that bottom lane, though. Gonna see if he can draw them back once more. It's only 10 seconds left on that Aegis. Secret, they did get a win here, right? They have held out against the Aegis. Sure, they lost the Shrine, but they didn't lose a full lane of racks. And maybe that can get them to that next round of items. As Zai keeps up that pressure on the bottom tier 3 with the creep wave.
Well played by Secret to hold on. A lot of other teams might have fallen apart.
The problem is they have the Kunkka. And one of the reasons Hero's so powerful is they can just X back, deal with the wave. And so if Zai ever blinks and TP's back, that's what they're going to do. They're just going to X back mind control here. So they'll get down an Iron Shell. But Zai sees that X and says, oh, you're not hanging around? Okay.
He can stay down on that side.
So Weehaw, the full TP back. So he's probably going to buy his bots. And yeah, he's going to look for the kill there on the Zai if he wants to show himself again. He's waiting.
But Zai, very wise to the fact that it could be coming, is going to back out now. He does have enough gold for Guardian Greaves if he wants to fully commit, but obviously at this stage in the game, you also have to be saving for buyback.
Yeah.
But that could be one of those big turning factors as well. A good chunk of this damage on Liquid comes from the physical and the minus armor.
Nisha is getting a AC picked up here. He's going to lose his buyback.
Bottle up. Got a blink before the Radiant Stick.
Jeez.
Zai barely getting out of there.
Yeah, that was very close.
Caught sight of him for a moment. And meanwhile, on the high grounds, looking for the chase. Liquid, they're thinking about it as they get the TP boots coming in from the out, looking for that X play as they already have 1 round of it. Forced up a little bit late now. The jump forward, Weehaw finding and killing off Yapzor. Mid one. Protected for the moment by Niche. This is the problem, trying to run away from the X-Marks combination. Level 20, he's not going to end up running into any issues with not getting his ultimate off, but losing the ultimate at this stage is bad enough. Zai pulls back in 1. This is a nice way to start this fight. They have the stomp to follow it, but they don't want to jump on him in 1. Nisha able to get the walk away. Zai thought about it.
Trying to hold that buyback on Yap, so they don't want to burn it right now. We can trade 1 for 1, we'll take it. But that was a great jump by Weehaw, right? Although they're all jumping on a mid one, he sees the mid one's being helped out by someone. He knows I can just blow up over that back line instantly.
And this is, again, 13,000 lead, but maybe a wave, maybe a chance. They're initiating already. The pullback, a pretty nice combination there as they have the sleep as well. So at least onto 1 with the vacuum wall, and now they've got some more heroes of their own. The chase forward, looking for it. Zai in trouble, does not have buyback. He fully committed in with the items. As mind control looking like he's in some trouble himself. Mid one popping the BKB, looking to chase, but isn't going to be able to find that Alchemist.
Now, will they turn without the BKB, or does Nietzsche have enough damage to threaten them out here?
I mean, they don't have Zai, they don't have a lot of team fight items with that. And the Torrent. Oh, to interrupt, makes it happen.
Jeez, that could have been dangerous with the Spirit Vessel still there for Miracle.
Yeah, really well played by Yapzor to make that turnaround happen. So Secret still hold. I think we've used a lot of David versus Goliath analogies in this one, but holding on to your high ground.
Yeah, I don't think that was supposed to be this matchup, that has felt that way.
Starting to feel that way. Another round of X's. Secret done a good job of dodging away from it when it looks a little bit testy.
They're trying to burn this BKB.
Stun comes through. They have the stomp afterwards. Wraith King and a lot of damage coming his way. They even drop the wards on the high ground. Gonna pop the ultimate now. Weehaw looking to chase, follow forward with this stun. Do they have anything else to save it? It doesn't look like it right now. In some trouble, Nisha turns to fight, able to pop the BKB and go for the walk away. So Liquid not able to break high ground.
I think with the pressure on Liquid to go high ground, their BKB timers are actually more valuable than Secrets. So if I'm trading that out for the Wraith King, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Every time right now, because maybe we'll get a window where we can actually deal with this guy. It's down to 6 seconds now onto Weehaw.
And how much does the complexion of this game change if that BKB wears down to the 5-second mark? Like, Secret have this in the later stages?
I mean, it's still big plays on big plays. Like, when's the last time we've even seen GH have to blink, right?
One needs to be careful. YapzOr able to steal something there. It's the acid spray laid on the other direction. That's a lot of minus armor paired together with the bristleback. What can they do? They're in trouble and going to drop. Mid one dead, 80 seconds without buyback, and Nisha, the next one on the plate. He's 17 seconds away from having his BKB, but they're going to be there first. Liquid chasing forward, have themselves the stun. They control the Wraith King. He's going to come back in a second. 7 seconds until BKB, but it's looking like it might not be enough as they have the Hex there. The follow-up coming with the shackles afterwards. Don't even need it. They take down the Wraith King.
Well, 50 seconds still with no Bristle, and that means the Roche will be respawning. Liquid not going to rush anything. They're TPing back top, pushing the wave. Secret went for the push mid because they knew that they were focusing on Denisha there, but Poppy might feed for it.
Yeah, he's just giving up his life at this point to try and take down the creeps, it feels like, but they will not be dissuaded.
He wants more. Doesn't quite get the vision there. He went for the health talent, so not going to have any advantage at nighttime versus Zai. And Zai sees that and says, oh, that was close.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Time to run away. Wyvern even finishing off the Aeon disc, so there's no way that...
Kuro, he has wards. Yeah, they're forcing buybacks here.
Double buyback. Coming through. Bristleback's 14 away. Nisha throws the stun to start. Zai pulls him in a little bit closer. They have the telekinesis afterward. They're trying to control, but the torrent is there for the interrupt, and it looks like the first melee back is going to go down. Team Liquid able to take it in Weehaw, still cool as a cucumber, just hanging out in that lane.
Yeah, very hard to deal with these wards when you only have one ranged hero, and the last thing YapzOr wants to do is reveal his positioning. So he'll be more than happy to jump right on top of him with Weehaw. So back for an Aegis and a Cheese. Typically the game-ending Roche here. And when you have a 20k lead, Liquid have every opportunity to close this one with it.
Yeah, this has just been such an uphill battle for Team Secret, even just trying to hold on to their structures.
They need some crazy Earth Splitter into RP here.
I mean, they're moving in. Already Wraith King getting the Hex out mid one there, but they've got Aegis, and now Secret are fully committed. They got to go in. This is Danger Town as they find Zai. Fortstaff trying to keep him alive if at all possible. Skewer to run, he's still alive there. They did kill off the Shadow Shaman, but the back comes, and Zai another round. Glimmer Cape keeping him alive. Can they make this work? They might be able to find a big RP if at all possible. Looking for the opening side. Making the play. It's a pretty good one with the Winter Wyvern ulti. They interrupt. The Ghost Ship gonna lay it stolen from YapzOr. Everybody from Secret playing their absolute hearts out, and they're able to make it happen. It's only on a Kuro, but now Miracle maybe dead as well. They pop the BKB from mid one. Still looking to chase. They take down Zai. He buys back. Buyback comes also from Mind Control. Weehaw under fire. Maybe the crowd feeling a little bit of a sign of life if they can make it happen. But Weehaw, he gets it. He's not able to run away afterwards. The stun is going to come out in just a moment. They find themselves this ET. The boat's going to land. Now what more do you have left in the take? The bristleback is gone. Secret needing to run, needing to hide. Where else can they go though? As Zai still controlled. Stomp. In a way, can they make it happen? The skewer pull back onto the other side, but it just pulls them closer to Pup. Nisha trying to stand tall in this fight. He still has an ultimate available as 21,000 net worth lead is going to continue to grow. They have Nisha under control as well. And just like that, Team Liquid looking to finish off the carry one more time. The torrent is going to land. The cold embrace keeps them survivable. They have an X onto Zai. Liquid just running through Secret at this point as Zai tries to run, but get back here again. Mind Control continues to control. And that is going to be 4 dead and Liquid ready to run down a lane.
Secret did so much in that team fight. That's a fight that should not look nearly that close. 16,414 damage there. from the Wraith King, but that's largely because he was just walking around, trying to help burn them down. But GH is too good. I mean, he's waiting for that RP. He knows that that's their big payback into this one, and he won't let them have it.
You feel it, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to pull Miracle into the fountain. Do whatever at all possible, but Miracle, he smells it. He wants to go on. He wants to play further in this tournament, and the action is falling as Limit again are going guy.
All right, well, OG, you take the high road, and I'll take the low road. Way down in the lower bracket for Team Liquid, but it looks just fine.